Well, hey y'all, I'm Rhonda. Thank you for watching A Taste of Country. Y'all hang out with me a while. We're gonna make some ravioli. Come on in. See this ravioli? Stay with me and let's do it together. Hey, hey, I'm gonna make some pasta. I got 3 cups of all-purpose flour with about 1.5 teaspoons of salt in this flour, y'all. And I've got 3 eggs. I'm gonna scramble this up. You can make this in your food processor if you want to, but I like doing it like this. I'll add my other egg in just a second. I'm gonna add just a teaspoon of oil. At this point, we're going to add water to get the rest of the flour incorporated. I'm gonna go ahead and get this incorporated. I'm just gonna add flour. Listen at me, water, until I get it incorporated. Okay, I've kneaded this about 8 to 10 minutes. All right, now, this is the way I want it. It took a few minutes. But like I said, guys, you could absolutely put this in your food processor and it wouldn't take no time. But I like doing it because I think it's, y'all have heard me say, I think it's therapeutic. And you get a little workout, you know. I've got a pound of ground pork, not breakfast sausage, just plain ground pork. And I'm going to add some parsley. And that's probably a couple tablespoons. I don't want a whole lot, just a little bit. And I'm going to add an egg. And I have some Italian breadcrumbs, and I'm going to start off with a fourth and see how that goes first. I hope y'all are doing well. So let's add a little bit more. Now you can use ground beef. You don't have to use ground pork. You can use ground chicken, ground turkey. Any of that will be good. All right, I'm gonna add a teaspoon of ground mustard. Now I'm not gonna put any garlic in it. I'm gonna go ahead and just add some garlic powder. You can put fresh garlic in it if you want to. I'm just trying to baby my tummy a little bit. And that's some onion powder. And we're going to add a little bit of salt and some black pepper. And I'm going to add a little bit of Parmesan here in just a second. It's sort of like making a meatball. But I'm going to mix this up very well. And I have some Parmesan cheese. And this is fresh. Turn it the right way. And I'm going to put in probably a fourth of a cup or a little less. I'm just going to eyeball it. An eighth or a fourth, whatever how much you like, you know, you can determine that. Okay. Now I do want to add just a little bit of my Worcestershire because, of course, I like Worcestershire, and I'm going to add about a tablespoon, and it's empty. But I think I have a new bottle. I think it gives it great flavor. It adds some umami. And for those of you who don't know, it has anchovies in it. It does. Now you can put it in your food processor if you need to, but I think that the consistency of this pork, I don't need to because it is very mushy. Okay, I've cut my dough into pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 pieces. And I covered it up so it won't dry out. And I'm gonna take and roll a piece out here. I've already rolled one and I didn't get it quite even enough, but that's okay. Don't let this beat you. Let it be a challenge for you. because I know you can do it. It's easy once you do it. And you'll be so tickled that you did it. Okay. Now we're going to take about a tablespoon of this meat mixture. I've got a little ice cream scoop that's over there. Here it is. All right. And I need a fork for crimping. Okay. You want to space these apart. You don't want them too close together, because you want to be able to, you know, cut it. And I'm going to attempt to do this raw and boil it, because they did it on TV. So I'm going to try. I probably could have got 4 on there, but I want to make sure, because like I said, I've never made this before. And you want to just, let me get a little brush, it'd be easier. My little brush my sister gave me. And you got to make sure that you try to get all the air that you can out of when you fold it. But what we're going to do, I'm going to try it 2 different ways. I'm going to cut it first and then fold it. That's what I'm going to do. So, you want to press around it. Make sure you get all the air you can out of it, because that's what makes it pop open when you're cooking it. All right. And you want to trim it off. That's just a little too much. So, I don't want to cut my mat. Okay. I mean, that might be a little thick, but it's okay. And we're just gonna crimp it. Make sure it's sealed. And there we go. Pretty little ravioli. And I'm gonna sit it over here on a floured board so it won't stick. And we'll cover it up. All right. Here's another one. Let me make sure I wet it all the way around like this. If you can make egg rolls, you can make this. All right. Make sure you get all the air out. And it takes a little time. And we're gonna crimp it. I'm gonna also make a broccoli casserole to go with this. I think that's what I want. Okay, let's put our broccoli casserole together. I have two 12-ounce packages of frozen broccoli florets. The recipe calls for 3 10-ounce, but this is all that I have, and I'm just gonna go for it. And you need a can of cream of mushroom soup. If you don't have cream of mushroom, I've actually used cream of chicken, and it is just as good. And get all of that out of there. Okay. All right, that's 1 can of cream of mushroom. We need a cup of mayonnaise of your choice. I've got Duke's. Gotta have an egg. Got to have an egg. Oh yeah. And some onion powder. About a teaspoon. Some paprika. A dash or two. Some salt and pepper. Teaspoon. And it calls for 1/4 of a cup of chopped onions. I don't believe I want any chopped onions in it. That's why I put the onion powder. But I do have some minced onion some daggone where. That's minced garlic. Where's my minced onion? I need me a stool so I can reach stuff up in that. Spice. Up here on my Lazy Susan. All right, here's some minced onion. You can put that in there. That'll be good. You want to stir all this up. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And we're going to put in some cheese. What is that? Good day. Look like a big old broccoli stalk or something, y'all. I want to get it stirred up real good because I didn't scramble that egg before I put it in there. There's another piece. All right, and it calls for 8 ounces of shredded cheese. And this is 8 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese. And I'm gonna save a little bit for the top. I believe I want a little bit more cheese than that. So I'm gonna put about 10 ounces instead of 8. Okay. I think that's mixed up good enough. And I have a 9 by 13 pan here, casserole dish here. And I'm gonna dump this in, and I've got it greased with some non-stick spray. Okay. It's frozen broccoli. I'm a-trying, y'all. Yeah. Alrighty. And I'm gonna sprinkle some of this cheese on top. Because this is broccoli and cheese casserole. And when it cooks, when it gets almost done, say 10 minutes before, I'm gonna put some French fried onions on top of it. And I'm gonna cover this with some aluminum foil. And you have to cook it for 45 minutes to 1 hour. I'd say 45 minutes to be done. All right, this is pretty much ready. I want to put some if I can get it open, a few of these French fried onions on top. I don't want a lot, just a few. Just a dusting, I don't want a whole lot. Okay, that's enough. And put it back in the oven for about 10 minutes. Now I'm starting to heat up my water. I don't want it boiling, I want it simmering. And I've got to cook this for like 12 to 13 minutes because it's raw. The meat is raw. And here they are. Not too bad for my first try. Let's just hope they don't fall apart. And then I've got my tomato sauce over here. It's just jarred sauce. I'm heating that up, and when I get this about done, I'm gonna put it over in here and let it simmer in my sauce. And I've got my broccoli casserole. And then for our bread, the biscuits I made this morning, I buttered those and I put some garlic on them because I'm not going to throw them away. They're going to be ate. They're going to be ate. All right, it's starting to simmer a little bit. And I put some salt in that water. And you can do probably 3 or 4 at a time. Okay, my water is just about there. Yep, it's simmering now. I don't want it to boil. And I'm gonna I'm gonna place some pasta in here. And hopefully, if I don't burn my fingers off, let's do 4. So far, now I got my burner on 3, and look at it. Have you ever in your life? I don't understand that. I think it's something wrong with this thing. Look at there. There's something wrong with the stove. All right, they're almost ready to be taken out. All right, there it is. I had to trim off some of the edges because I had them too thick. But like I said, I've never made them. Look over yonder. Say hey, Cheryl.
Oh, well, I was reading something. Hey.
Okay.
Is it all right?
Mm-hmm.
If it ain't, tell me the truth. Now, I think my noodles are a little thick. They're trying to be kind. But next time I'll run it through my pasta maker. But it's still good. Sure. Let me try the broccoli casserole.
Broccoli casserole's good.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you next time on A Taste of Country.